The Church Fathers, 8 Short Stories. Saint Nicholas. After the Bishop of Myra had died, the local bishops decided that the first man to come to the church's door that morning would be the new bishop. So they waited. The first person to come was a young man. The waiting bishop asked, "What is your name?" "I am Nicholas." "Nicholas, servant and friend of God, for your holiness you shall be bishop of this place." Nicholas protested that he was not worthy to be bishop. He was too young and inexperienced, but all the bishops said it was God's will. Nicholas was consecrated as the new bishop of Myra. Nicholas was present at the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD, when Arius, a heretic, was saying that Jesus was not fully God, but only man. As he spoke, Nicholas became more and more agitated. Finally, Nicholas slapped Arius across the face. The bishops were shocked. Saint Ignatius of Antioch. Saint Ignatius of Antioch was the third bishop and patriarch of Antioch, and was possibly a student of John the Apostle. During his time, Ignatius used all means possible to thwart the attempts of the emperor to unite Christians to pagan gods. He was soon arrested and sentenced to die in the Colosseum, to be eaten by lions. On his way to martyrdom, Ignatius wrote 7 letters which are an example of early Christian theology. Saint Irenaeus. Saint Irenaeus was an early church apologist, and his writings, like Saint Ignatius of Antioch, are considered early Christian theology. He was a disciple of Saint Polycarp. Unlike many of his Christian contemporaries, he was raised in a Christian family rather than converting as an adult. In 177 AD, the clergy of the city sent him to the Pope with their concerns of a heresy. When he returned, Irenaeus became the second ever Bishop of Lyon. He continued with his apologetics. Saint Athanasius. Remember that heretic, Arius, that Saint Nicholas slapped? Well, Saint Athanasius also spent his whole life working actively against Arianism. Okay, so there probably wasn't a sword fight, but he did do a whole lot to expose Arianism as a heresy. The Bishop of Alexandria recognized his virtue, and on his deathbed, he recommended Saint Athanasius as his successor. Unfortunately, while he was bishop, Saint Athanasius was exiled not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 times because of his position against Arianism. Saint Polycarp of Smyrna. Saint Polycarp of Smyrna was a disciple of the Apostle John, and he taught Saint Irenaeus. Polycarp refused to burn incense to the Roman emperor, so he was sentenced to be burned at the stake. Needless to say, the attempt to burn him failed. So instead, they stabbed him. He died a martyr in 155 AD. Pope Saint Leo the Great. Living in the 5th century, Leo was the first pope not to die a martyr. He is perhaps best known for having met Attila the Hun outside Rome in 452, persuading him to turn back. He is a doctor of the Church and was a leading figure in the organization of the Roman Catholic Church. Saint Ambrose of Milan. When the Bishop of Milan died in 374, a riot broke out. The bishop had supported the Arian heresy that argued against the divinity of Christ. Who would take his place, an Arian or a Catholic? It was then that Ambrose made a passionate speech in favor of peace. While he was speaking, a voice cried out, "Ambrose for bishop!" But Ambrose was not about to give up his successful career for the dangerous position of bishop, so he ran away. Ambrose did become bishop, so he promptly gave his property to the poor and learned scripture and theology. St. Ambrose also started our first record of communal singing in church. The singing ended a siege on his parish when the soldiers surrounding the church joined in song. St. Augustine. St. Augustine of Hippo is the patron of brewers because of his conversion from a former life of loose living, which included parties, entertainment, and worldly ambitions. His complete turnaround and conversion has been an inspiration to many. Through the prayers of his Holy Mother, St. Monica, and the marvelous preaching of St. Ambrose, Augustine finally became convinced that Christianity was the one true religion. Yet he did not become a Christian until he picked up the book of the letters of St. Paul. It said to put away all impurity and to live in imitation of Jesus. That did it. From then on, Augustine began a new life. He was baptized, became a priest, a bishop, a famous Catholic writer, founder of religious priests, and one of the greatest saints that ever lived. In his book Confessions, Augustine reflects on his most evil of sins. He recalls that his most grievous sin was when he and his friends stole a pear. He states this was truly evil because the sole reason for the theft was that he reveled in its forbiddenness.